can do-it-yourself tackle, one of the best ways to paint or coat your lures and add a durable finish is with Pro-Tec Powder Paint. One important rule on powder paint is make sure you keep it fluffed up. Either shake it, which after pouring or dipping a couple of jigs into powder paint, it'll pack that down. But if you shake it or if you stir it to keep it fluffed up, you can dip your jigs right out of the jars and quickly and effectively coat them. There are also flow beds that aerate the paint. Those are when you really get advanced and are going to paint a lot of jigs. I right now carry a lot of these jars on the road, and this is pretty much how I paint most of my jig heads. Heat sources, couple of different ways to do it. You can use an open flame, like with a acetylene torch here, or a little bit safer way to do it is with a heat gun. And the way we're going to do this is, we're just going to take a jig head here, grab a hold of it with the pliers, heat up both sides of the jig head for a couple of seconds, and then dip it into the powder paint. If it's still a little granular, you can hit it up with a little bit more heat. That will melt those grains of paint that maybe might not have got enough heat on them to begin with. And there you've got your finish done. Now, let's say that we want to do a two-tone colored jig. Well, what we could do is, we could do this one of two ways. One way to do this is to take the jig, right after you dip it in the first paint, it'll still be a little heated up, and then dip it in the second paint, which will somewhat uniformly and evenly coat that, and boom, you're ready to rock and roll. Another way to do it, to finish that jig off and give it the appeal you're looking for, is to dip it originally in the first coating color, which I use chartreuse first. I'll dip it in that one, and then I'll just take a little bit of the orange and sprinkle it over the top like that right there. Moving it back to the heat gun to evenly disperse that paint, and then hanging it to dry. That's going to be a pretty durable finish. A great way to do this. If you want to take it one step further, the instructions are on the jar, but 350 degrees for 10 to 20 minutes in an oven will firmly take that paint and bake it onto that jig for a really, really durable finish. You could take it on the road even and dip your jigs on the road. Pro-Tec Powder Paint, great way to coat and paint your jigs.